Do y'all ever sit back and wonder, why would y'all fight for women to work? I don't want to work.
Women need to be held accountable. Feminism has made it normal to constantly blame men for the problems of women.
I realized I was using feminism pretty much as a cover-up for how much I despised the male species.
Feminism is a cancerous tumor, feeding on society.
In case there is a world war, I'm not a feminist. My job is to stay in the kitchen.
I really need someone to tell me if having kids is worth it.
Why did you think that we needed to work as much as men?
Being an independent woman is fucking overrated. I'm leaving it.
I feel unbelievably betrayed by feminism.
Actions comes with consequences. Regret comes from bad decisions.
How is it sexism when we have no barriers today? So we can pick what we want to pick.
Who doesn't have barriers?
Women don't have barriers?
Women, yeah. What's
we have no
you?
barriers.
You can do whatever you want.
I can or you can?
What's stopping you?
Whoever fought for women to get jobs. Why? Why did we do that? I am so tired. I want to just put my feet up.
I'm done fighting for women's rights. I don't like it. I don't want to work. I don't. So all you fucking feminist equal rights movement people, shut the fuck up. I'm not doing this shit anymore. I'm trying to be a housewife.
It's too late for that.
It really amazes me when things gets rough. They all start saying, I want to be a housewife. Where was that energy when they were screaming, being an independent woman who does not need a man?
Like, a part of me has died the past few years, and it's not because of COVID, really. I think it's mainly because of just starting to work more and then graduating and then working like full-time, and this life is not for me. Like, I feel like working full-time has killed my soul. Like, every single day my soul dies more and more and more. And now I'm starting to understand, like, why my parents were so tired and, like, didn't really want to do anything most of the time. Because, like, now I get off and I just want to watch TikTok and I want to watch TV, and I, like, don't really hang out with anyone but my boyfriend. And then even when we do hang out, we don't really do anything. I feel like I'm just existing, like I'm not living.
Working is hard for everybody, but some people have responsibilities they have to uphold, and that's why they can't stop working. All of these women are complaining and complaining, acting like it's only hard on them. I honestly thought they would be happy working. They've been asking for it for years.
Okay, listen up. All the women who consider themselves independent women, right? You got your own money, you got your own car, you got your own house. Listen, being an independent woman is fucking overrated. I'm leaving that shit in 2020. I'll tell you that for free right fucking now. Leaving it in 2020. I want people to unbaby. 2021, I'm rebranding to baby. I don't want to pay for my own shit. I don't want to have to carry my own shit. I don't want to do that anymore. I'm done. Yesterday, I carried so much fucking heavy flooring, 40 packs, on my own. On my own. A man was there, but he left me to die in the street. And I carried it myself, and I thought, this is what I wanted. Smash the patriarchy, but you know what? Leave a crumb. Leave a crumb of it so that I don't ever have to do that shit a fucking again. That's where I'm going for 2021. No more, I'm baby.
That is so real. This is me when I have to shovel snow or dig out my car. I revert to I wish I had a man doing this for me. Same here. I'm tired of being a strong, independent woman now. It was just a silly phase. I've seen the error of my ways. These women always quit being independent when things get rough. But honestly, they can be independent all they want. They can be independent until they're 80. But at 80, it won't be called women hitting the wall anymore. It will be called grandmas hitting the mountains.
I feel unbelievably betrayed by feminism. And I don't want to put it on the movement because I believe you make your own choices. I don't think I'm a horrible, selfish person for not wanting to have children in my 20s and not wanting, to have children during that marriage. But But it did scare me because a lot of what they were saying, they were like, you've been very selfish your whole life. And that's what I heard over and over again about the downfall of living a selfish, me-focused life, you know? And it does, I mean, for me, it's definitely started to feel hollow and meaningless. And, you know, it's taken me to this point in my life to realize that that's not a life that's going to bring you happiness. I mean, and maybe it does for some people. I honestly have a hard time believing that. If I thought I would spend the rest of my life alone, if I didn't think that I would get married and have children, I would be devastated.
She knew exactly what she was doing when she embraced that ideology years ago. She's no victim. She willfully chose to ignore other voices telling her to reject feminism. You weren't betrayed, you were brainwashed. So what she's really saying is that she lacks the ability to think for herself and refuses to take responsibility for her own choices. Pretty much sums up the state of the world in 2023. Bravo. In my 20s, I was criticized by my former liberal friends for wanting to get married and have a family. Years later, I got rid of those friends, got married, and had a baby. No regrets at all, as I loved the role of wife and mum. And I still work and fulfill other desires. But there is nothing wrong with wanting a man. We are women, it's natural. She will never be married because she's not owning what she's done in her own life. She's still blaming others. As a man, she's bad news. No one is to blame but her. This woman is an adult, and she knew exactly what she was getting herself into. Many people have tried saving these women, saying, "You're going the wrong direction," but none of them listened. Sadly, a lot of women in 2024 will end up the same. The best teacher in life is life itself, after all. It never fails.
Every time I get a new job, all I can think about is getting another job because I'm so unhappy. And I realize that it has nothing to do with the jobs I get. I just don't want to work.
I don't want to go to work. I don't want to go to work. I don't want to go to work. I don't want to go to work. Should I call out? But I need the money. I don't want to go to work. I'm going to work.
Do y'all ever sit back and wonder, why would y'all fight for women to work? I don't want to work. I don't dream of labor. I would much rather be at home. Like, why would you do that? Like, why? Now we gotta pay for it. I want to be at home.
The reason why they did it is because they wanted equality. They wanted to be men equals. But the thing is, women have always worked. It was only certain things they weren't allowed to do, but working was always there. Welcome to equality.
The first reason I'm no longer a feminist is because I realized I was using feminism pretty much as a cover-up for how much I despised the male species. I don't feel that way now, but at the time, I had a lot of bitterness towards men. So I was kind of using feminism as a way to be rebellious. I didn't realize this until I started to observe other women who claimed to be feminists. And I noticed their attitude towards men. And I was like, seems like it's a little bit of bitterness, a little bit of resentment. I don't know if you are really being a feminist for the right reasons.
I honestly got to give her some respect for waking up early. Because there's still women out here who are in their 60s that's still shouting that crazy feminist mindset garbage to other women, like they say, better late than never.
Hello. Just a little psa. In case there is a world war, I'm just reminding you, I'm not a feminist. My job is to stay in the kitchen. I don't go to no battlefield. The only thing I'm battling is a potato kegel.
I don't know. I just don't think this is like right for me. I don't want to do it. I want to go home. Like, I can't take the pressure of it.
I just want to know who started the feminist movement. I just want to know who started it. And why did you think that we both needed to work? Why did you think that we needed to work as much as men? I would have been okay at home. I would have been okay cooking for my husband, I would have been okay with doing that. But because you have the boldness and the confidence to say, I think we should work like men work. Now look at me, doing both. Now look at me, home and being a mom. Thank you. I'm so glad that you did that. This is so fun. Like, girl, what are you doing? The Board of Feminists, where y'all at? Because I just want to say, I quit. I don't want to be a part. I don't want to be a part of the Board of Feminism. I don't want to be a part of it, and I don't agree with it. And that's just me. I don't want to do both at the same time at that. Y'all, send help. Just send help my way.
The only thing I've noticed it does to people today is separate the family structure. A lot of women hate it because they thought it was a good cause that they were following. Most of them hate their jobs and the responsibilities that it comes with. But honestly, this is only the beginning. Soon enough, you will see more and more women come forward to speak out. But by that time, it will probably be already too late. Most of these women who are done being a feminist are looking for a man to take care of them, because they can no longer handle the pressure of their bad decisions.
Oh, I'm so motherfucking tired of working. These bitches think I'm supposed to do this shit for 30 more years? Oh, Lord, I can't do it. I ain't got it in me. Cut the show. Take me out. I'm done, Lord. I didn't ask to be here. Stop!
Anyone know how I can cancel my membership to the whole feminist movement? Because it's not giving what it was supposed to give, so I'm no longer interested. Even the word feminist, what is feminine about me working hard and paying bills? Back then I'm singing independent. I don't know what possessed me to be singing such nonsense. It was the work of the devil, to be wanting equal this and equal that. How the man to be doing demanding things and the woman to be doing damsel in distress. Oh, I don't know what I would do without you. Because me, I need the man. For every little thing I want to be calling my man. Because who'll be reaching the top shelf for me? Who'll be killing spiders? Fine babe like me should be coming and killing spiders. Do I like Xena the warrior princess? Listen, I don't know who brainwashed us. I don't know who started the movement. If it was Susan B. Anthony and the suffrage rights. But I'm suffering more today than I was yesterday. So please, whoever's in charge, unsubscribe me from the list. Cancel the membership now.
I'm actually glad she said that. A lot of women are subscribed to the cause without having the slightest idea what it's about. Some of them even hate men without knowing why. It's only after many years of being brainwashed they finally choose to listen to the voices that's been warning them. But I do find it selfish. After coming to their senses, they start to value men. Every one of them is feminist until they have to deal with reality, and then quit being a feminist when they can no longer handle their baggages on their own. No thank you. Men aren't saviors for your poor choices.
Feminism used to mean that women just wanted equal rights. They wanted the opportunity to have kids and work on a project outside the home. But now, you've taken that wholesome name, you've applied it to a movement who's promoting destructive ideas like hookup culture, being an independent woman, and hating all men. And you're saying, hey, I know that title, I'm totally down with women having rights. That's a great title, but you've now misused it. You've misapplied it to actually, an unhealthy movement. You're telling me to do unhealthy things, take unhealthy actions. I don't want to take those actions.
I just don't want to work. No specific reason. I don't want to work. It's not that it's hard.
I'm only 2 years into working my 9-to-5 job, and this is awful. So you're telling me I'm having the Sunday scaries every week to dread 5 days of my life, to then be rewarded with a little thrill on Friday, but then be so tired from working that I pass out at 10 p.m. Live for Saturdays, love them, but really that is only one full day of fun, because Sunday, have a great Sunday morning, and then Sunday afternoon rolls around and I have the Sunday scaries and I'm dreading my life for the next 5 days. I went to college for 4 years to be stuck in this cycle.
Can someone point me to the direction where they've seen a man get on the camera and talk about how hard his job is? Oh, you can't? Well, that's because no one cares. This here is the difference between men and women. She's talking about how she's been working for 2 years when there's guys out here who's been working longer than that making sacrifices. I have never seen a man cry about how hard his job is. He may do it in silence but never public. This is the freedom y'all fought so hard for to obtain.
As a 38-year-old woman, I did not realize the amount of ageism I was going to encounter by getting on this app. I didn't realize that I was so fucking old until I saw a video about a girl who was pretending to throw up just because she was turning 25. I mean, I don't know if it's just I'm delusional and I actually am an old bitch, but like, I didn't think that being in your 30s was so fucking old.
Women need to be held accountable. Feminism has made it normal to constantly blame men for the problems of women, when in reality, our own nature and the way we interact with each other accounts for most of our issues. Women sit around and listen to each other bitch about dating, and for some reason, we always wind up siding with each other, don't we? It's never our fault, even if we find ourselves in repeated situations or dating the same type of guy over and over again. Women will stand in solidarity with victims of abuse and then go abuse men on public forums like, are we dating the same guy? And even if you don't post in there, you still stick around for the tea instead of working to end it. Women will cheer on some overweight girl practicing body positivity and then shrug their shoulders when that girl complains that men aren't attracted to her. Women will complain about WNBA players making pennies compared to LeBron James, but never ask themselves why the Kardashians are billionaires or why a reality show about husbands has never been made. All feminists do is tell men that they have to change, which just means they're still dependent on men to solve their problems. Doesn't that defeat your whole point? Start doing some thinking of your own and hold yourselves accountable for once.
Accountability is a woman's kryptonite. Good luck trying to hold them accountable. I had a woman blame me because it started raining. I just couldn't believe it.
I am feeling like I want to die and that this is complete torture, and I don't know what I did to somebody to make me sit here and do this, and I just don't think it's nice.
Thanks a lot, you idiot. Thanks a lot, Rachel. Thanks a lot.
I'm not a feminist. I can see men and I don't immediately feel threatened. I'm not a feminist. And then people ask me if I'm actually a woman. I'm not a feminist. I can wear dresses and feel pretty. I'm not a feminist. Thank you. I'm not a feminist. I don't hate children. I'm not a feminist. I would watch this video and I wouldn't be offended. I'm not a feminist. I can actually cook.
Believe it or not, this woman had received a lot of hate from other women in her comments. I thought it was supposed to be women supporting women, but like Al Bundy said, don't try to understand women. Women understand women and they hate each other.